Welcome back to Republic. We just finished episode 1, so let's begin with episode 2.
Hello. Am I happy to see you? I'm in a bit of a situation here. Locked in. And I'm not alone. What should we do? How do we get out of this room?
Okay, so we really are picking right up where we left off. Mariah's incapacitated on the ground. The mysterious person who did that apparently just left me here. I guess they didn't want to risk being identified since they obviously work for the company.
How do we get out of here?
Mireille Azali Prideaux. Dissection of a precal.
Some doors in Metamorphosis require voice recognition data to open.
Oh yeah, there was a door that did require that. I don't remember where it was, but I remember it existed. Oh wait, actually, I think I do remember where it was. I do, it's in that kind of lobby area. It's marked on the map too, it's got a symbol with like a person speaking on it. Also, given that seems to be a tape player, can I use that to play my tapes?
If you find a cassette player, perhaps you could hear what is on it. I remember
I guess that doesn't count as a cassette player?
You're coming back. Don't move. Look, you have to go. This goes way beyond you.
Reception line 3, caller malfunction shows Mireille Prideaux.
Stay here. I'm coming back for you.
He's coming back. Oh yeah, I guess I saw him put in the code as he was leaving. So I could wait for him to come back. I mean, well, I probably can't actually do that in terms of the game, but I mean, you know, obviously she wants to leave instead of waiting for him to come back, so I guess she doesn't trust him. Some batteries here.
I don't have room for anything else.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, let's go.
Hello. It's Cooper. Good job getting the girl out of immediate danger. You seem to have a solid handle on things. With the arrival approaching, we're being watched more closely than ever, and so I have to pretend to work. However, I'm installing a help desk in your OmniView display. Select the help desk icon if you need my expertise along the way. Good luck tonight. No doubt, the girl would be doomed without you.
So, how does this work?
So the girl wants to find the librarian. I hope he can help her, but I fear she may overestimate his influence inside Metamorphosis. This place is changing, evolving into something even more sinister than its original purpose. In searching for the librarian, remember, you have a map.
Mm-hmm.
Use it to check out areas you've visited.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I don't know what that Prisrak's intentions were, but I'm glad we didn't stick around to find out. The library's just through these doors. The librarian will help us. He'll show us a way out of here.
Wait, what? Is it, the camera is auto-censoring this person's face. Some weird censorship thing. I mean, I know they auto-censor, they bleep out language and messages and all that sort of stuff. So it makes sense that the camera would censor certain things automatically, but why censor that person's face?
Signor Octavo joins Metamorphosis. Librarian is now preeminent manifesto scholar. I met the librarian this morning. He's a sweet man, with his heart sewn directly onto his adorable little lapel. And I do so admire his passion for literature. In a former life, I would swoon over a well-read man. But I hope for his sake, he learns to bury that part of himself. In here, following your passion is the shortest road to recalibration.
Sounds like he's a good person to have on the inside. Not exactly well suited to the place. But for me, that's actually a good thing. Maybe not so good for him.
Y390H. I see you're admiring our latest installation.
Why do you keep these books away from us? I can handle them.
Maybe you're right. However, there are others in your class who are not as strong as you. And books like those can make them sick. Would it be fair to let you read them, but keep them from your friends?
That doesn't sound fair.
Well then, so are you saying you would prefer that they read them too? Will you have their illness on your conscience?
I don't want that either.
Of course not. I am not a filter for your ideas, child. I am your shield. There is so much ugliness in this world. Let me stand in the way of it. Let me stare it down. Your eyes are too pretty to witness such things.
Ew.
I appreciate the compliment, Headmaster.
Did the headmaster have special feelings for Hope? Or 390H, as I suppose they know her?
"390H. You must hurry along now. The rest of your class is already inside.
Why does he hold those books away from us, Senor Octavo?
It is the headmaster's belief that those books sully the minds of pre-cals and should therefore be removed from our curriculum.
But that isn't what you believe, is it?
Books like these do not paint a rosy picture of the world, but they are not meant to. They are not paintings of the world we want. They are mirrors, reflecting the world we have.
This may come in handy.
Salinger, amateur sculptor of teenage angst. In Catcher in the Rye, he forces us to watch Holden flit from school to school. Oh, poor Io, tormented by Hera's gadfly. When Caulfield realizes that he, not the institutions, beleaguer him the most, he is truly at risk. Our beloved pre-cals must never know their gadflies and ever rely on their République to satisfy. We don't need another Mark David Chapman.
Okay, so where am I? So the only way out of here is actually a level 5 door, so in other words, there's absolutely no way to go but inside of the library. Okay. But, what's through here? Oh. Maybe there is a way to go.
You're about to send the girl back through the part of the facility she just escaped from.
I know.
There may be something for you back here, but I doubt there is anything of use to her.
But anything that's of use to me is of use to her because it allows me to upgrade my abilities and stuff. How about them's reasonings? So yeah, I think the only thing I'd want back here is probably the voice thing, but that's pretty far away. I don't even know how to get to it. It's not even on this map, I think. You have to transition to some other map somehow. Yeah, we'll probably end up back there at some point.
The library. It feels so quiet after hours. It used to be filled with books. The librarian's glasses. His office is up there, 3rd floor. We should go to him now.
Why did his glasses just fall on the ground? Okay, so we need to go up. That's a level 2 door, which I do not have access to. I can only open level 1 stuff. Check out this little room.
Good idea. We can recharge here.
Be careful. The Prizrak in this part of the facility are unpredictable in their rounds. You never know where they might turn up.
Does that mean the upgrade that I have where it shows me their routes is not going to be accurate? Attention. You men have been chosen to debut the new ARC suits on your evening patrols. We've been assured by R&D that these suits are 100% effective in protecting against taser weapon strikes. For you lucky few who get to wear them, we recommend randomizing your patrol routes to increase the likelihood of a test encounter. Watch your step. Base exchange. That is very silly. I can't even take that seriously. Nobody would ever send that security memo to their people. That doesn't even make any sense.
Welcome to my domain.
Oh my, I didn't realize I'd gotten so many things. Holy crap, I'm rich.
What would you like?
A cake? Can you give me a cake?
Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Hot Prizrak through walls.
So I can afford one or the other. I feel like distract would be more useful. Yeah.
Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Hot Prizrak through walls. Leaving so soon.
This place is huge. Absolutely huge. Am I in an owl? Is that an owl camera? I think, yeah, it is. Little sneaky bastard. So that's a distraction, right? I think it is. It looks like it's going to take up 2 bars of power, which is actually a lot.
Make a wish. But don't tell me what it is, or it won't come true.
I wish the headmaster was dead.
Whoa.
Weep. Don't talk like that.
Zager said that someday the truth will rain down on this place and wash away all of the headmaster's lies.
I've never seen the rain before.
Zager wasn't talking about the rain. He was talking about the truth.
I don't care about the truth. I just want to know what rain feels like.
So they're not even allowed to go outside. This place is completely self-contained.
Reporting.
I think this is the only person with a clean record that I've found yet. Alright, so there's no real reason to come up here unless I want to pickpocket him because I can't open that door. So let's forget this spot for now.
Zager's silence deafening. The notorious terrorist is quiet, scheming. The arrival is just weeks away, and public enemy number 1 has gone radio silent. If the headmaster, or overseer, or whatever name he goes by these days, plans to take a bow on the world stage, he can't have a phantom hiding in the wings ready to sabotage his big production. I shouldn't complain. It's going to be one hell of a show.
Okay, so they keep talking about the arrival. And the headmaster, or whatever, the head dude, some head dude. And she just talked about, like, putting on a show. And I remember at some point somebody mentioned that, like, the outside world doesn't know about this place. It seems to be somewhat of a secret, I think. So perhaps they were going to debut this place to the world or something? I want that book, but let's forget it for now. Alright, back to trying to get up. So I need to go up here.
Situation is clear.
Let's go for the steal. I'll check his
No, don't run,
pockets.
don't run, don't run,
Going
don't
in
run.
for the steal.
Let's go ahead and see his patrol route. Alright, Alright, he's going right there. So we should be able to pickpocket him and just go behind this thing.
I got some. Pepper spray here.
Excellent. What did we get? Papers, please.
This game starts by saying you've won the labor lottery. Trust me, this is not something you want to win. In Papers, Please, you work the mundane job of Arstotzka Immigration Services, which means cross-referencing fingerprints, stamping passports, and asking people intrusive questions. Sound boring? Tell that to Soul developer Lucas Pope, who's sitting on a mountain of Game of the Year awards for Papers, Please. I am not worthy.
It was a pretty damn good game. Well, that's putting it mildly. It was actually an excellent game, and he deserves every damn award that he's gotten for it.
The librarian's portrait has been taken down. I hope this is only a symbolic gesture.
Between that and his glasses being just found on the ground, I wonder if perhaps they finally got tired of his kind of sympathetic ways? If that's the right way to put it. Maybe they finally got tired of the fact that he didn't quite belong and wasn't really on board with the shit that they were trying to pull. I'm just clicking this stuff trying to make the little exclamation marks go away. It seems to think there's a new item in my inventory all the time, even when there isn't.
It's the right thing to do. Librarian OK's decision to protect pre-cals from literary rot.
Do you want me to literally eat my words?
Oh, I am sorry, Miss Sade. I should not have thrown that newspaper at you. But how could you write this? I did not agree to ban books. The very implication hurts me to the bottom of my soul.
Well, I am sorry about your hurt bottom. But I used only direct quotes from you, librarian. See here. You said about Fahrenheit 451, and I quote, "It is worse than distasteful. It is revolting. Your words."
You asked me what I thought about the burning of books, not the book itself.
You did say it, though.
This is insanity! You are shameless.
Then take it up with the overseer. And pick up this mess on your way out.
It seems this door requires Omni Level 2. You can upgrade your OmniView software at a demon server. I'm detecting a demon server near the Overseer's office. The nearest approach is from the museum.
This may come in handy. Prisrek on their patrols.
Oh crap. I think we might be okay. I think he's coming to investigate.
Ellison, who lets his nameless protagonist vacillate between conforming as an amnesiac of racial disadvantage and recalling all the doors locked by white hands. Belonging versus integrity. This book keeps open and raw such dichotomies, like festering wounds, while preserving an outdated model of social conflict. Invisible man should remain invisible.
Okay, then he's going to come around this way to investigate, so I should be able to sneak around behind him. And if we do that, where are we going? Look at his armor. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to tase him, but I should be able to pepper spray him.
Pepper spray.
That's strange.
Let's hold on for a second. Let's wait for him to go back. Yeah.
I don't think it's safe.
Actually, no, we're good. We're good. Go, go, go. Now, I'm assuming this is the way through the museum that he was talking about, right? I mean, I think this is the only way it can go. Yeah, so it's this way. Okay, and that's a level 2 door, so there's no point in going down there at the moment, so let's just take a right. Every room is more lavish than the last. Looks like I can hide in the bushes.
This hiding place looks good.
I just want to see what she does, because I think this might be funny.
I hope they can't see me here.
Oh, it's not as funny as I thought it'd be. Okay, it's a little bit funny. Alright, so we need to go down.
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, we're doing the, like, forgot your PIN code, password reset security question things. That's pretty cool. Please provide the answers to your preset security questions. 2 incorrect answers will trigger intruder alarm and immediate system shutdown. Alright, so if you're not the headmaster, Treglazov, please exit the system. Let's do that. I think I need to know more before I attempt this.
False prophet infiltrates Metamorphosis. Masquerading as Prizrak, man brings toxic agenda to our perfect garden. The man's name is Zager, I believe. Daniel Marcus Zager. Apparently he was some kind of journalist on the outside. If the overseer was smart, he'd label this as an act of supreme jealousy. After all, ours is a nation so wonderful that people risk death to sneak inside. Maybe we should take the initiative and lead with this angle.
Seems to be nobody here. Pretty water. Shaders.
The first draft rumbled from my mind and shook the page like a 9.0 earthquake. The pen was merely the needle on the seismograph, recording the shockwaves.
Fun fact. Did you know that the kind of earthquake measurement system is actually on a logarithmic scale? Because if it wasn't, then the numbers would become incredibly inflated and very hard to keep track of. It'd be like, this is a magnitude 52 billion earthquake. Wouldn't work so well.
hear?
If it isn't my favorite journalist from the Morning Bell.
It was a brilliant speech, Headmaster.
Why, thank you, Miss Sade.
Please, call me Maddie. Perhaps you could tell your citizens a bit more about the arrival. As much as you can state publicly, of course.
Of course, well, in a matter of weeks, we will take our bow on the global stage.
Oh, that is what it is.
The arrival is our world debut, and once it comes to pass, there will be little doubt that though we are a small nation and few in number, we are a force to be reckoned with.
I'm sorry, I had a follow-up, but I just got lost in the power of your voice.
Why, Maddie, please, you embarrass me.
Now, where was I? Oh, right. Your cryptic answers, which I adore, I must add.
Thank you.
But they've left some to speculate that the arrival refers to our ascension as a nuclear power.
Ah, nuclear power. In the 21st century, nuclear power is a contradiction in terms. Let those dying republics split atoms to their heart's content. No, my dear Maddie, what our République achieved is something far more impressive. And the mark we leave on the world will last an eternity.
What in the hell did they accomplish? So it looks like I can press this thing, but I wonder what it does. Maybe it's a distraction? Let me check his route. Okay, so it's just a square pattern. Okay, that means we're safe to go here. Let's grab this tape.
I found a cassette.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go back.
Hello, librarian.
Good evening, Overseer.
Around the precals, I must insist you address me as headmaster.
Oh, my apologies, sir.
What did you think of my lecture? You may speak freely.
Well, you most certainly have a passion for what you teach. It was most inspiring.
Your eyes and your words don't seem to align. Now, I asked that you speak freely. It's okay. No harm in speaking your mind to me. I will respect your honesty. In fact, I demand nothing less.
Well then, sir, to be blunt, it felt more like a sermon than a lecture tonight.
Do you take issue with that? Again, speak freely.
Well, sir, I have never been a part of an academy quite like this one. The precals, well, they seem to study only one subject here.
What subject is that?
Well, sir, you.
Do I have a screwdriver? Apparently I do. I keep getting screwdrivers somehow, and I don't know how I get them.
If you find a cassette player,
Have a quiet night.
So what's through here? And where am I supposed to go? I don't see a symbol. Well, let's check out this place before I move on to a different room. I want to click this thing and see what it does.
There's a pris rack.
And though I was born into a world already in progress, with its arcane laws and perverse morality, with a washwoman for a mother and a question mark for a father, I knew that one day I would retire to a country of my own design, free from societal restraint.
Sounds good.
On the attack.
No, don't.
Over there.
Shit.
Get neutralized.
Oh god, I meant to pickpocket him. I forgot I had that equipped. Well, might as well take the opportunity to pickpocket him.
I'll check his pockets. Got it.
And now we can run freely.
Upon completing the first draft, I delivered it personally to a small publishing house in the capital of France. A minor company I acquired and resurrected to suit my needs. I even went so far as to live in the rickety old apartment above the offices to personally oversee the publishing process.
Let's go ahead and replenish our pepper spray that I just wasted.
P0 here.
And let's find out what's through here.
Okay, vent. There goes another good screwdriver.
Oh, it's a secret room, isn't it?
One of Zager's rooms. I wonder how many of these there were.
This looks like one of Zager's hideouts. He reportedly had many secret rooms like this inside this facility. There's a boombox in the corner where you and the girl can listen to audio tapes, if you have any.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I've got a bunch of them.
Sadly, overt fascism continues unchecked in many parts of the world. As a journalist, Zager covered atrocities like this one before he ever snuck inside Metamorphosis. These stories only further fueled his outrage.
Wow, 80 people in North Korea executed for banned literature and films. Around 80 people were put to death this week in large-scale public executions conducted by Kim Jong-un's regime, reports a major South Korean newspaper. The killings took place simultaneously November 3rd across 7 major North Korean cities, where local authorities exterminated victims for infractions such as watching South Korean films, owning a Bible, or distributing pornography. An anonymous source familiar with the North's internal affairs told South Korea's Jung-ong, I can't even pronounce that. In Wonsan, an eastern resort town, officials forced 10,000 gathered civilians from all ages to watch the deaths of 8 people by firing squad, corralling the helpless crowd into a stadium before opening fire with machine guns on a group of hooded victims staked to wooden poles. I heard from the residents that they watched in terror as the corpses were so riddled by machine gun fire that they were hard to identify afterwards, the source said. Members of the victims' families were reportedly sent to political prison camps. Kim gave no reason for the violent reprisal, and no deaths took place in the capital of Pyongyang, where the state coaxes support from the ruling elite. Since most charges related to South Korea, the measures are being widely seen as cracking down on anti-nationalist sentiment. Even the families were sent to political prison camps. I guess the idea is that the taint was in the blood, and the whole family is tainted.
Zager was busy designing his own manifesto.
I wish I could zoom in on that. It's too small to read, though.
Not to be outdone by the overseer, our man Zager had printed his own first edition before his untimely death. I guess Zager didn't appreciate the owl gift.
It's one of the camera owls.
Holy 1990s. It's an old cardboard standee. Just a nostalgic keepsake from one of the overseer's bookstore signings. I don't know where Zager found this life-sized embarrassment, but it appears he was using it for target practice.
That's more than I can carry. Taser.
Alright, so where's the boombox? There it is.
God, this collar. Itchy, man. It's got me scratching like a flea-bitten dog in a patch of poison oak. Not to mention, I've got this clicking in my head that I just can't seem to shake. Bet you the overseer probably put a chip in my brain. Now it's malfunctioning. Figured forcing everyone to wear a collar wasn't enough, so he decides to tag us too. I have got an epic case of cabin fever. I think maybe I'm going crazy. Crazier than usual. I gotta get out of here. I tell you, my mind, it's melting. It's dripping out of my ears. It's all this technology, this invisible energy. It's cutting right through me every second of the day. Wi-Fi is killing me, man. It's cutting me down slowly. There's no way to turn my brain off, and no way to keep this guy's gray matter a secret from his prying eyes, because he's psychic. No, don't say that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He has 1 billion cameras in this place, that's all. 1 billion cameras, and they're all aimed at me. Better if they were guns. You know, I'd kill myself if I thought it'd keep him from reading my thoughts. But he'd probably just dig up my corpse, plug out my spine, and shove it into some computer. Is that even possible? Can people really do that yet? Oh, God. My only choice is to keep drinking. Just keep drinking until my mind resembles an overcooked asparagus. I think I'm halfway there, I think. Every brain cell I drown is one less piece of evidence that bastard's thought police could turn against me. Booze is the best decaussing gun. Okay, I gotta go. Remember, don't trust me. Not even anyone.
Check in.
Man, I gotta say, the voice acting in this game is really exceptional. It's so good. It's very naturalistic, too. Like, all the voice acting feels natural, not overacted or anything like that. It's just really, really good. Whoops. No, no. I pressed every single wrong button.
Zager here. Today, all Prisrac were required to report to the reading room for a mandatory audience with the overseer. Wait, I'm sorry, correction. The few and the proud were pleasantly surprised to find themselves graced by a visit from the big cheese himself. His Majesty treated our hometown heroes to a few select passages from his manifesto. And after all the applause, he even sat down to sign a few copies. So about this time, I'm off. I'm wandering the halls, doing a bit of reconnaissance when some FOB Prisrac found me and dragged me along. As luck would have it, I had a manifesto with me. But it wasn't any old manifesto. It was mine. The edited version, where the pages are filled with righteous invective and disciplined truth. Like I've said before, my manifesto is the old man's death warrant. A summons for all the evil he's wrought into this place and beyond. Well, at least it will be once I can crank out enough copies. I'm kind of running a one-man opera here. Where was I? Oh yeah. So, all of a sudden here I am, being hustled up to the podium to meet the man himself. And before I can hide the book, he snatches it out of my hands, opens it up to the first page. Behind the mask, I'm white as a sheet. I'm waiting for him to look down to see my, improvements. I froze. And he just smiles, that big plastic smile at me, and kissed me as John Hancock, under the words, "Best wishes." So he hands it over. Off I go, and, well, here I am. I wonder if that smug Treglazov could appreciate the irony of signing his own death warrant. I know I do. Know your enemies. I'm not talking about those that come at you with clenched fists, but with open arms. I'm not talking about that creepy old Victorian on the hill with the rickety shutter and the murder crows perched on the roof. No, that's too easy to see. I'm talking about the charming Mediterranean split level with the 2.5 kids in the yard. The one that looks warm and inviting, and you don't realize you're in a frame until you step inside and that big door swings shut on you. That is the real House of Horrors. Not Derringer. Not Derringer. A blind man could see through his brand of corporate evil. I'm talking about Treglazov. I'm talking about his mouthpiece, Maddie Sade, a resident journalist. A woman who's literally in bed with the overseer. Or has been. People talk. Anyway. I don't know what kind of journalist she was on the outside, but she's certainly sold her soul 1,000 times over in here. And what makes her so insidious is that she's too damn pretty. She's the plastic that'll melt first and cause a grease fire when the revolution heats up. She tells her lies through a megawatt smile. But for now, she's more dangerous than Derringer or any of those masked chumps. Even Mireille and all her empty promises have got nothing on Maddie. Actually, bad example. Mireille
All's quiet
has
here.
got something on everyone. I've seen the files. Huh. Yeah? That gives me an idea.
As you can imagine, my job here in Metamorphosis can be pretty stressful. Whenever I need to zone out, I engage my brain with Kami, which is a clever and charming puzzle game. Kami is Japanese for paper. Kami is also Japanese for God. Why do I feel closer to God when I play time-wasting puzzle games? I sure do lead a dynamite life.
Well, that's a complete change in mood from the tapes we were just listening to a second ago. Alright, I think that's it for this place. Yeah, we should have a ton of data from this place that I could sell on the market. Okay, well, before this episode ends up over an hour long, I think I should end it here. So, I hope you've enjoyed so far, and I'll be back soon.